Hey, welcome to Growing. We hope you're doing well today. I have the gift of shepherding today, talking about that. And this is not necessarily just pastors, and you'll understand this when we get to it, but definitely pastors should have this gift higher on their list. What is the gift of shepherding? It is the special ability that God gives to certain members of the body of Christ, which enables them to assume long-term responsibility, personal responsibility for the spiritual guiding, the feeding, the protecting, and caring for the believers that they've been put in charge of. You know, the word pastor is only used one time in the whole New Testament, and it's found in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 11. And he says, and he gave some pastors and some teachers, and it's the only time it's ever used. The word pastor in the Greek actually means shepherd. And you'll find out in the Old Testament that God used a lot of shepherds. When he wanted to get something done, he used shepherds. When he wanted to build a great nation, he used a shepherd named Abraham. When he wanted to give birth to the tribes of Israel, he used a shepherd named Jacob. When he wanted to protect his people from this wicked place called Egypt and Pharaoh, he used a shepherd named Joseph. When he wanted when the people wanted a king, he used a shepherd named David. And Jesus over and over talks about in John 10:11, he says, I am the good shepherd. In Hebrews 13, he says, I am the great shepherd. In 1 Peter 5:4, he says, I am the chief shepherd. And so who is a pastor? Who is a shepherd? But you can actually have this gift without actually pastoring a church. Sometimes Sunday school teachers, you will see they have this gift. Youth workers sometimes have this gift. Older Christian women that are ministering or shepherding younger women. Maybe you're a bus leader and you have this gift. Practically, what do? They visit homes. They are constantly making themselves available for families. They often seek the attendance of those that are unsaved. They show interest in people that are in hospitals and they want to find out how they're doing. They're definitely a comfort in times of death where they just shepherd the families. Even if they don't know them, they just sort of take them under their wing. Spiritually, what this looks like is they want to help others grow in their faith, and they want to train other believers to be more like disciples of Christ, and they're able to give spiritual directions to other people. And they have a sense that others need help, and they want to help them be more effective in the individual ministries. Now, it's very interesting as you look at what a shepherd does. It's kind of more like a parent. And in 1 Thessalonians, Paul uses a bunch of words that looks more like a parent. He says, but we were gentle among you, even as a nurse cherishes her children, but so being affectionately desirous of you. And because we would not be chargeable unto you, we want to preach the gospel. We want to teach you how to be holy and just and unblameable. As a father doeth his children, we want you to walk worthy of the Lord. Over and over, Paul begins to talk like a parent. In fact, in Galatians 4:19, Paul kind of reminds me of a mother. And he says, my little children, of whom I travail in birth pains until Christ be formed in you. Meaning I am dealing in pains, anguish over you, and I would do it over and over and over again because to see you produce who you are going to be. He labored for these people. He was like a mother that was in birth pains. Not only this, then he talks about being a mother who is like a nursing mother. And this is Paul in 1 Thessalonians 2:7. But we are gentle among you, even as a nurse cherishes her children. And he says, meaning we tried to warm you with body heat, to pull you close to us. It's not running a daycare, but having a relationship with his flock. And then he took the role of a father in 1 Thessalonians 2:11. As ye know how we exhorted and comforted and charged every one of you as a father doeth his children. Somebody of a place of honor and relationship, a deep relationship with their child. So he is a mother that is travailing in birth pains. He is a mother that is nursing these people. He is a father who is loving his children. I mean, it's amazing that we definitely see Paul the Apostle Paul as a shepherd and what that looked like. And he says, I gave my life for the church. He says, and I will very gladly spend and be spent for you, being poured out, though the more abundantly I love you, the less I be loved. He says, I am loved less, even though I love you more. He said, then that's the way it is. Sometimes you don't want me near you, but I'm going to continue to love on you because that is what I do. This is the reaction Paul was having when his service went unappreciated. Why in the world would a shepherd love like this? Why would they spend countless hours at the hospital and at funerals and helping them with wedding ceremonies and just helping people through life and discipling them and loving on them? Why do they do this? And I think Galatians chapter 2 verse 20 sums this up. He says, because I am crucified with Christ. Nevertheless I live, but not I. It's Christ who lives within me. And the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by faith of the Son of God, because he loved me and he gave himself for me, and because Christ gave himself for me, I'm now going to give myself for the people that's under me. Hope you have a great day. Don't forget, continue to stir up your gifts that are inside of you.